You know, when you have a big 0 at the end of your age, that usually means it's a new step into life. You went from 9 to 10, it's your double digits. You go from 19 to 20, you're in the 20s, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50 onwards. The big double 0 is the special one though. I think this is a symbolic time for me to finish what I've started back in my 20s, which I still am in until tomorrow. So I thought that counts. As I was saying, it's a day to undo or fix, or today is a day to finish what I've started. That's what I said. Finish what I've started. And you know what I haven't finished yet? I haven't finished all those things on my subathon, which is why it's titled the Sub-a-thon speedrun. We're gonna do them all today. We're gonna get through all of them as quick as possible. That is all the ones we have left. The ones that are red crossed out, those did not make it. We did not hit that goal. It does not exist to us. It will not be happening. Ha 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 ha. The other ones that are checkmarked in green, they have been done. They are finished. They are okay. I don't gotta worry about them. And all the others are what we're doing today. So we got a lot to go through, and we'll figure it out. Drinking stream, we will be doing a little bit. It's not gonna actually be much of a drinking stream because I really just don't want to. I'm a strong believer of only drinking when you are in a good mindset to drink and when you want to drink. And while I'm in an okay mindset right now, I'm not really super into drinking. I also forgot to hide the TV, so my tracking is weird. So I'm gonna break my own neck, and I'll be right back. Don't look at me. I'm shy. Just turn away from the stream real quick. Just don't look, please. I'm just putting a blanket on a TV. You know, nothing suspicious here. Manx is here. Was that for Manx? You're still loading. Hold on. Once you stop loading.
I don't know. I've loaded for me, so.
Load. 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 Manx.
It's just me, bro.
Manx.
Load me faster. Load me faster.
Load.
Load me faster.
Manx! Optimize your shit, man! You used to be a hero! And I'm lagging! This is a bit of tea. Did I tell you? Somebody came into my world and they were saying like nice stuff about it. They're like, oh my gosh, there's so many varieties in games. Yes, they were just like, oh, so many nice games, so fun. I was like, oh, I made it. And she was like, yeah, oh, you made it. And they went to check and they were like, I really like that you sacrificed looks for functionality. And I was like, all right, that didn't hurt at all.
Cool, thanks, bro.
Yeah, I made it all from scratch, but fine. It was hard work. I'm gonna put this chat right on your face, so I don't have to look at it anymore. Hello, chat. I lifted chat up, and you're just giving me the middle finger. You guys see this? You guys see how I'm treated by my own? I'm gonna go paint some Bob Ross pictures.
Oh, that's when we were painting video, you got upset at me. I don't know if I want to do that again.
I don't remember why, but I know that it makes sense. It tracks. Oh yeah, because you drew all of my fucking art! That was such a dick move!
I couldn't see it! On my screen it wasn't there! So I just
I used to, every Monday, actually do a painting stream where we would paint. I think we would start with Bob Ross tutorials and then I'd change it, or maybe it was just like free painting. But the big thing was, for my streams, my main goal is I want to be able to talk to people and, you know, they talk back. I want to have a communication. I want to like have fun, be stupid, be silly. I want you guys to be involved in my streams. Okay, what season are we doing? I need chat to decide. Season 1 through season 30. I need to know. I must know. I'm desperate for your answer. Where did y'all go? Oh, there you are. 32, that is above. 23, there you go. All right, 23. That's what we made. And that's what it was supposed to look. That was what it's supposed to look like. So, I mean, well, here. You know, how accurate is it? 0. It's almost, it is a completely different picture, but it was made. I guess I could do, like, I could mix it with the beach stream. All right, we'll go to the beach stream. We'll do Truth or Dare and we'll talk in there. Converse Disney trip in the future. No, we are not doing a Converse Disney trip. 1, that's expensive. 2, that's a lot of people going to Disney together and having to keep a hold of. Y'all, look here. I gotta go get changed. I'm gonna move. I'm going far away. Do 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 do. Got to get the bathing suit on. Bathing suit. Da 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 da. The music is playing. Contemplating with the song that I'm kinda hating on. There we are. I'm coming back. Hey, come here. There we go. We are ready for the beach. Question on topic of at hand. Top 5 Disney rides. Okay, top 5 Disney rides. Music is banging. So I'm gonna go strictly based, okay. Okay, so I like the, I don't remember what it's called. I wanna call it the Carousel of Progress, but it's the big ball in Epcot. The big ball ride in Epcot. Really like that one. I like Space Mountain. I like, I like the Mickey and Minnie ride in Hollywood Studios. I can't, like their picnic one. I can't remember what it's called. I'm trying to think. Okay, I'm not a Star Wars fan, but the Rise of the Resistance ride, the big ride that they have for Star Wars, was fantastic. Even as like a non-Star Wars fan, I loved it. It was a good time. So that one as well. I don't know. I guess I will say, because I keep thinking of it, the Seven Dwarfs ride, the roller coaster. That was pretty fun. I used to be terrified of this world. I actually did a stream long time ago where, to face my fears, when we hit a goal or something, I did a beach stream. You know, beach stream. And I stayed mostly on the ground. We can go into the water. I could swim, but I just don't like sea creatures. Like, hold on, let me show you guys. Actually, we're gonna go this way because this way has actually the more nicer stuff. Remember that stream? That was a bad time for everyone. Okay. Oof. Swim, 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 swim. And we can go underwater. And we can swim underwater. And there is a whale somewhere. I hate whales. Like, if I see a whale, I'm gonna scream. I don't like whales. Whales legitimately scare me. Whales are one of the scariest creatures on the planet for me. But yeah, you can go underwater, you can swim around, you can just see what's happening, or you could stay above water where things are nice. And you know, we could stay over here away from the whales. Whales can. There is a video that of people, like, they're on like a little raft or little boats or whatever, and a whale swallowed them. Like, or whoa, boom, and then spit them back out. Luckily, but like a whale could kill you and you'd have no idea. Salt water. There we go. You cannot stop a whale from absolutely destroying your life. And I don't know how that doesn't bother anybody else. Okay, I'm not afraid of whale emojis. I'm not gonna see a whale. There's a fucking shark out there. I don't know if y'all can see it. There it is. Oh, I didn't do so well for a second there. I thought it was a whale. I hate I hate whales. This is not relaxing. I am not relaxed. I am on edge, looking at every direction, making sure I do not die. Don't get wet. Salt water in my mouth. I hate the taste of salt water. Humbug. You're okay with sharks, but not whales? Sharks don't give a shit. Like, if they're gonna kill you, it's because they're after you. Whales kill you and don't care. Who are you more afraid of? Somebody who's killing you with a purpose, or somebody who wants to kill you for entertainment or doesn't even know that they killed you? Because if they didn't know that they killed you, I hate water. I gotta stay on my tippy toes. Because if somebody didn't know that they killed you, that means that they were either indirectly involved or they like nuked a bomb or something. How does that compare to a personal kill? At least if it's personal, there was a reason they tried to kill me. I got so many bathing suits to choose from. It's just so hard to pick one. How do I look? Beautiful. All right, I'm coming back. All right, where are you guys at? I gotta swim back into the ocean. Where'd you go? Where you all at? I know you're somewhere around here. Show yourself. If you don't show yourself, you're gonna regret it. I found you. Hello. Oh, I went too far. Hello. Ah! Do you like My Little Pony? There we go. Let's get comfortable. All right. Welcome to the Friendship is Manly stream. I enjoyed My Little Pony. My Little Pony is one of those comfort shows for me. I'll watch it randomly. It's Flutter Man. It's Flutter Guy, actually. Thank you. But yeah, we got the whole cast here. We got Rarity, Twilight Sparkle, Applejack, Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash, and Fluttershy. And this was all made using free assets because I am not paying for this one meme. And actually, I made these specifically for, I don't know if any of you have heard Friendship is Manly. It was like an animation made by somebody a long time ago where they take the My Little Pony characters, make them super buff, and then do like JoJo things with them. And I wanted to recreate the first and second one. There's a... What the hell? Y'all, there's a whole ass boat over there. Look at that. I've never seen that boat before. That's fucking crazy. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Hey, how's it go? The boat just despawned. Why would the boat be able to What the fuck? Why is the boat just gone? You stay here. I gotta go get changed. I don't want you guys seeing me, you know, in my little My Little Pony bathing suit. I get embarrassed. We wait for it to open, and then we get it working, and then we'll do horror. We'll do my dreams, stories of my scary, scary life. Harmonizing. Oh no, it's checking the driver. Okay. Now let me make sure that you guys are only hearing me once and not twice.
Roxanne would be a great Dead by Daylight killer. I'm good at my job, and that's really all that matters. We have come here today for me to talk about, not Roxy, but Nuoance's start of a 20-year nightmare that I've had for a very long time. When I was really, really young, and I have a video about this if you want more detail, but when I was a kid, I had a dream where I was in a room with just a TV. And it's been a long time. I don't remember the dream perfectly anymore. That's why I made a video, was so that I could forever reference it. But Oh no, the TV wasn't yet. I was originally, how did I start? I was at like some playpen, that's right. I was like, back when McDonald's, I don't know if they still do, they had those play areas and you could climb in them and look around. And as a kid in that dream, I was just climbing and it was small and cramped until I ended up in one of those big areas that has all the windows around you. But for this particular one, it had no windows. All it had was a TV and a baby. And the baby was lost and crying, and so I went and picked up the baby, even though I was just a child myself. And I went and I sat at the next to the TV because it had turned on to a random interview. It was a situation where I had the baby and the TV was an interview between some woman or man with a farmer. And the farmer spoke about how they had to put their kid down, or not put their kid, sorry, put their cat down because their cat was getting really violent and their cat was attacking their baby. But they told the story about how before the cat started going crazy, it was the farm cat that got rid of the rodents, and how they didn't realize that these rodents were not regular rodents. They were rodents sent from somewhere else. Specifically, probably hell. They were hell rats. And the cat would go around, and when it would catch the rats, it would obviously eat the rats because, you know, life of nature. And as it was eating the rats, it started changing. The cat started listening less, becoming more aggressive, but they just assumed, you know, cat's in a bad mood, it's in heat, whatever. They didn't know what was wrong, but they assumed that it was natural causes. So they just continued killing these rats and eating these rats, and it was very protective over a specific log. It spent a long time in this log, and that's where a lot of the rats congregated. So every day it would go to this log, kill all the rats in the log, eat the rats, and then refuse to leave the log for pretty much any reason until it needed to go get water or sleep or whatever. And this happened for weeks and weeks and weeks, and the cat got more aggressive and aggressive and aggressive until finally the cat went after the baby. So in their darkest hour, realizing that this cat was going to kill their kid, they had no other choice than to put the cat down. But they decided to bury the cat under the log because they thought that it liked the log. However, the wife, I believe, is the one that told the reporter that she was told by God that this wasn't the end, and that by burying near the wood, her family has now unlocked a very long line of dangerous curses, and that God told her that it was the devil that has possessed her cat. And it shows because the wood that was buried under, the cat was buried under, started rotting really, really quickly. And so to contain the devil, they decided to take the wood, I think bless it, and they carved it into a star. And the farmer and his wife looked at the interviewer and told the interviewer that if you ever see someone holding a wooden star, that they are taken by the devil, and that they are there for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to hunt you down and kill you. And as I finished watching that interview, the glow, I feel it, the glow on my face and the face of the child I am holding, I get this pit in my stomach that I will forever remember. And I look down at this child, and this baby, who is no older than a couple months, has a necklace with a star, a wooden star at the end of it. And I could not look that baby in the face, but I could feel its facial features warping, and I could feel its little arms. I saw its little arms starting to raise up next to the star, and I woke up. And that begins the, as I said, almost 20-year nightmare that I have been having, where it won't happen every time, but while I am sleeping, occasionally, that feeling will return. And sometimes I'll notice it when I'm asleep, but sometimes it won't happen until I've woken up and I realize afterwards that feeling had arrived. And every single time, I know there's a wooden star somewhere in that dream because something, the cat's devil, has been chasing me down since I was a young kid. You need to write a book? I have wanted to write a book for a very long time about some of my dreams. My favorite dream, I actually want to turn into a mini VR chat film. I have a few that I've written down. And that is the dream where I was 6 months in the dream. I still have the written notes from right after I woke up. But it was a dream. I woke up, I went to sleep on the 12th and woke up on the 13th. It was one night. But in the dream, it was not 6 months, it was 6 weeks. So it was a little under 2 months. And in that dream, it was real time. It did not like speed up or slow down. I was in that moment. I woke up, I went to sleep, I brushed my teeth, I showered, I used the restroom, I scoured for food. Like, there was no boring parts cut out. I woke up fucked up from that dream. This particular nightmare was not my first nightmare. I had 2 other nightmares before that. And I can talk about them because I still remember them. Because these other 2 nightmares, the consistency is that I had them every night for 1 to 2 months straight. And I literally got out of the first nightmare jumping into the second one. The first nightmare, very simple. I was in my aunt's old house that she used to live in, and it was somebody's birthday party, and it was some weird time escape room thing. I would go around and I would talk to the people. I was a kid, so I would like play with my cousins, go swimming, whatever. But every single dream had the same consistency, which is whatever was being cooked, I think it was a cake, in the oven would overheat. Or no, it had to have been lasagna because my family was like, we had birthday cake. We also, Italian family, it was my aunt's like kid's birthday and they were Italian. It was a lasagna because I remember it would always overcook and the cheese and pasta would overbubble and explode out of the oven. It would make those long streams of golden red hot confetti. But the confetti was, even though it looked like confetti, it was lava. It would touch everyone and I would watch my family burn alive. And little me, I couldn't have been older than 6, I think, when I had this dream, would make a run for it. I would run outside and the lava would flow out of the confetti lava would flow out of the house and chase me. And every night, for about a month, every time I had that dream, I remembered that I didn't remember it was a dream, but I remembered like it was a time thing where I went back in time. So every single time I would try something new. I would try to take the lasagna out myself, but that would just start it early. I would try to tell my aunt, but that would just start it early. I would try to say we don't need lasagna, but then the confetti would come out of their mouths and eyes. It was very unsettling because no matter what I did, I couldn't stop the confetti. And the very last day that I had that dream was the day where the confetti caught me. You know, it was traumatic because I thought I was going to burn alive. But as soon as the confetti hit me, I wasn't burned. It just felt like regular confetti. And I got up and I look around and I see trees on fire, houses on fire, people on fire. And little me just looked down as the confetti was just around me and I went, this can't hurt me like it hurts them. And that was the last day I had that dream. The reason I know I was really young when I had that dream is I could check. Because it was, I think, either the last year or the year before, they got rid of a ride in Disney. So if somebody wants to look up, they used to have a Alien and Predator ride, where Lilo and Stitch now is in Disney World. I'm going to assume it was the last year, or maybe 2. It was a few years before it got closed down. My dad took me on it. And I thought it was the passenger train or the people mover. So I went in happily, and that fucked me up. I was so scared I couldn't even cry. And I had a nightmare of that specific ride for a month. No deeper meaning. That's it. I just sat there and rewrote the ride in my nightmare for over a month. And I was not okay. Lucid, that's what it's called. Thank you. I don't believe in lucid dreaming. It works for other people. For me, I feel much more comfortable. Even nightmares. Like, after my dream demon showed up, any nightmare I have usually isn't that scary. The scary ones are the ones that are actually based off of real life, like forgetting a bag, or forgetting a purse, or forgetting my wallet. Those are the ones that scare me. But I have been murdered in my dreams quite a bit. I literally had a dream where I was tearing apart. I was fucking around with, one of the masked bad guys. I don't know if his name is Mike or Myers or, the other guy, Jason. But it was a white city. And we turned it red because of how violent our fight was. We were tearing each other's skin off. And I became like a blob of dark fire. I wasn't even human anymore, how violent that fight got. And it's one of my favorite dreams. Because it was fun. But losing my wallet, I'll wake up sobbing. I literally woke up crying because I had a dream where I had to move stuff from a bigger bag into a smaller bag and had to leave some stuff behind. And I had a panic attack and woke up. I don't know if this is normal, and you could tell me if you had this experience. But when I dream, I have three selves. I have my first person self, my second person self, and my third person self. And how these selves work is, as said, in my dreams, they will always be there. I may not be using all three of them in one dream, but they will always be there if needed. And that's probably why the death thing is, my first person is when I'm in the dream. I am seeing, like in VR, I am controlling the body. I know what I know is around me, and that is it. If somebody was behind like that wall behind me, I wouldn't see it because I cannot see over there. I interact with the world and the world interacts with me. My second point of view though, my second POV, they are invisible. They're like a ghost on your shoulder. They cannot interact with the world and the world cannot interact with them. They do not know in the dream that they exist. And they will always watch next to the first person view, so the me in the dream. So instead of seeing through my eyes, I see through the eyes of the second person. So if they were right here, a good example is you guys are seeing from my second point of view. You guys are seeing what my dream self point 2 would do. And she could go through and she could look and she could see what was behind there. And even though she couldn't do anything, she can know. She can get more information than what I am aware of. And I say she as if she's a separate person. And they are, but they're also all me. And so if, let's say, there was someone back there, if I was so desperate, if it was dangerous, like the dreamin' or something, I could loosely communicate, but only like a word or so. I can get a feeling of what they want to tell me. But I'm not aware of that. It becomes a hunch. And then we finally have the third part of you. And the third one, their whole bit is that they watch through like a snow globe. They see the entire dream at once. And they know everything that is happening, what every character is doing in that dream, what every shenanigan, what every plan. If there is a squirrel on a tree, that version is aware of it. And that is the rarest one for me to be in. But the big importance of between the three is that if I switch from first person to second person, I have immediately gained all the knowledge that the second person has gotten during the dream. So if I started the dream in first person for the first half hour, any information that the second person did on their own, I immediately have. And if I go back to the first person in that same dream, I lose. I have no control over the knowledge that I gain or lose in these dreams. And vice versa, it has a failsafe in a way, where if any of these three realize that it's a dream, they are killed for that dream. I can no longer go into them. And I don't get the choice to jump into first, second, or third. But I can feel them, I don't know how to explain it. Like, if you saw three screens stacked, like three TVs stacked on top of one another, if the first realized that this was a dream, it's gone. The TV is off. And I can only see the TV from the second or the third. And I've had that all my life. And I always know when I wake up, I can get the recaps if they allow me. I can't even say that I get the choice if I get the recaps. But if I did the full dream in first person and I wake up, I could then have the dream in like one part of my memory as the first person, but then the second part of my memory as the second person, and connect those two together to make a consistent story of what happened in the dream. Probably not a question. Has the third person ever been killed? No. The third person is like in a snow globe. They're watching, like almost like God in a way. They cannot interact at all. While the first and second, the second can kind of give a little bit to the first. The third can only really give something if it's important. I get the third point of view very, very rarely. And I can only, like, right off the top of my head, I can only remember one time specifically in my memory, and that was when it was a literal snow globe. So it was like a forest. But the few times I've gotten the memories of the third point of view, it's a very overwhelming, and it's usually a dream I forget almost immediately, because it's not just learning about what was happening in my story of the dream. My dreams get very complex. There are other people doing their own things and having their own lives. And I get all of that information at once. So instead of faceless man that I bumped into, it's suddenly he is on his way home because his wife is giving birth. And like, that's not a big piece of information, but when you've got like, if you're in like a dream that has like 50 people, getting all of those stories at once is like, oh, what if? So the third point of view has gotten aware. I mean, I feel like the third person is aware it's not real life, I think. But they have gotten to that awareness of this is a dream, and they have been shut off. So they also follow the rules, to my knowledge, of what goes on in my dreams. But I don't think they can be killed because they aren't in the dream. I legitimately believe, though, if I was ever in that third person and I looked up in that third, because it's like I'm always looking at the globe. I'm always looking in the third person. For that one time that I remember, at least, I was always looking down.
We are going to move to the final thing, which is making a commercial or recreating a commercial. Somebody mentioned kitchen gun. Oh, I didn't think this far ahead. How am I going to... Hey there, gamers. Do you have an unclean kitchen? Look how dirty that kitchen is. Simply rancid. Well, today, you too can get everything clean with Kitchen Gun. It's simple. Dirty dishes, clean dishes. Get your Kitchen Gun today. Sparkles like new. We did it though. We got through it all. We did everything on my subathon list. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Thank God we are over. That was a subathon stream speed run. Somebody give me the time. What's the time? Give me the time. How fast were we? We fast? A quick shout out to all of my REMs out there. Elise and Rackshaw, thank you so much for your continued support.